Okay, so happy Thursday. This is Dominion 6, Rise of the Panto Crater. Guessing that's how they say that. I'm sure I'm pronouncing it wrong, but that's the last time you'll probably hear me say that title. It's Dominion 6. So, just to give you a little bit of background on why is it Dominion 6? Why have I never streamed a Dominions game before? Actually, I think I technically have. I think I did Dominions 4 a couple of years back, once, I think. And the only other Dominions game I played was 2, and that was before streaming. It wasn't even a thing. That was back in the early 2000s, I think it was. So, anyway, my experience with Dominions is 2, 4, and 6 now. Why those 3 and not the other ones? No reason. I found Dominions 2 way back when, more by word of mouth. One of my friends had been playing it. He goes, "You really got to check this game out." And I go, "Do you have a copy I can borrow?" And he goes, "Yeah, here it is. Here's the CD." And so I installed it, played it. I went, "This is great." Gave him back the CD, bought my own copy. So I have one. I do have the CD somewhere. I don't know where it is, but I know I have one. Played a lot of 2. 4 I did not play enough of, mainly because I think 4 came out at roughly when I was starting to do streaming on a more regular basis, I think. And at the time, Dominions was not the type of game I was playing. So, but over the years, my streaming habits have changed a little bit. I'm more of a turn-based person now, as far as you guys are concerned. And just so happens that turn-based games are my preferred games of choice over the years anyway. And again, love 2, love 4, 6 is looking really good. So, we'll talk about it more as we go. Every other one, yeah, it's just like every other Windows version. You're supposed to get the other one. If 4 was going to get 5, but money. Yeah, the downside to Dominions games is they tend to be a little expensive. Not saying they're not worth it. They just tend to be a little bit more higher on the cost size for the investment, or the acquisition, we'll just say. Because right now this 6 is available on Steam. It's currently 15% off. I believe it's because it just did come out this week, officially on Steam at least. So it's 15% off. I picked it up for $38 US, so that's about roughly 38 euros. So is that a high price? It's actually cheaper than normal. If I remember right, 5 was like in the 60 range, if I remember right, maybe even 50 to 60 range. And when I bought 2, way back when, it was in the $50 range as well. So the Dominions games tend to run a little bit high as far as cost goes, but they're worth it. I mean, they're not super graphic intensive. Like this scene we're looking right here, this is like a 3D view of the battlefield type deal. But the graphics are not spectacular, just to be clear. The music is really good. Sound effects, haven't heard too much of it yet though, but graphics are typical Dominion stuff. Very, pixelated, nothing super extravagant, but there's a reason for that. It's because it's a big game. Oh yeah, the replay value on this game is huge. It's just one. Aldurin, welcome back. This is a robbery. Surrender my Dominion 6 CD key. I don't have one. But anyway, welcome back. It's been a while. Dominions, it's a huge game. Very replayable. It's moddable. Although I'm not too familiar with the mod scene these days for Dominions. I do remember with 2 playing a Lord of the Rings mod that somebody had done, and it was really well done, and it was fun too. So, because again, Dominion 6. No, well, it's not cheap from the upgrade. It's $40. That's not too. I don't think it's that bad. Yes, and it's a niche multiplayer community. You can play it single player, of course, but apparently the big thing is do multiplayer. But I can't imagine even doing this game multiplayer simply because of the time investment involved. I mean, if you want to do it, go for it, but don't be expecting me to be playing this multiplayer because that's a huge time investment, and that's time I don't really have. So, can you name a unit Fenny the Cat? I can, but we have to get a game started first. We're just getting everything set up at the moment as far as history and that kind of thing. It's a 4-month commitment, 1 turn by day. Per day? 1 turn per day. And Tolmar, thank you very much for the raid. Again. 4-month commitment, 1 turn per day. So, over 4 months is what, 120 turns? That seems like a very short game. And again, thank you, Tolmar. It's great for working adult. This game? Sure. Sure. Anyway. About a week or 2 of learning how to play. There's a little bit of turn. There's manuals and stuff. This is basically just how to do stuff here. You can do a map editor. There's random map creator stuff. No big deal there. Manuals, instruction videos, open user data directories. That's for modding and that kind of stuff. In 2 years. Yes, 2 years. So anyway, that's the game tools. I currently have the manual opened up on a different window. So anyway, create the world. This game is multiplayer is an efficiency race. I don't play this multiplayer, so I have no idea how it goes. Anyway, you have to create a world. So the map size. You want small, medium, large, enormous, 25 provinces per player. Medium. I'm not sure what that means exactly. We'll go large, though, just for fun. And you get the main world loadout. Standard completely random map. This is a circle world. Small lakes, 3 or more small lakes. Open sea, 2 seas, swirling sea. So you can have these basic tie-up maps. We always do. No one can start in the center. You can only start on the west and east edges. No man's land. Oh, it's a continent. But anyway, we're going to be doing the standard completely random map. And underground layouts. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure underground stuff wasn't a thing in 2. And I don't remember 4 enough to say whether it was or not. But anyway. One or more caves of random size for this, because, you know, stuff. That's mechanics is subtle, and you need to make decisions. Call of established strategy and curse the god of the lonely arrow that critically hit the head of your god. Yes. Anyway, underground layout stuff. Map tweaks. And we've got rivers. Rivers will be placed at a random location of the main world. Rivers will make surrounding provinces a bit richer, but they also present a movement obstacle, as most units cannot traverse rivers unless they are frozen. Yes, they're seasons. East and west wrap around, so we're going to do that, so you can go, you know, laps around the world. You can even do north and south wrap around. Do we want to do that? With a large world? So that means... I wonder how that works. We'll hold off on that one for now, because I'm trying to figure out how the north and south wraparound work. I'm guessing you go all the way north, and then where do you end up as you head south? What part of the world do you end up on? I'm guessing it would have to, if you're wrapped around east to west, you go there. So you get, I don't know. Nah, we're not going to do the north south again. That's a later on thing. Oh, the game name. We'll go Twitcher 1. So what time age or era do we want to start? Early ages, middle ages, or late ages? So basically the way this works is early ages magic is stronger, but technology as far as using stone and bronze and that kind of stuff, not as advanced as it is in the middle ages and in the late ages. As you get to the late ages, magic is not as a big thing. Although, wait a minute. So, Middle Ages, mages have lost some of their former power and magic resources are not as abundant. Late Ages, magic resources have continued to dwindle, but mages have become more organized and their knowledge of the different magic paths are greater than ever before. So basically, not as much, I don't know. We'll stick with Middle Ages for fun. Hey, zombie, welcome back. Yeah, first population attack, right. So we're going to do it with Middle Ages, just as a good start. Oh, and also, we didn't actually talk about what this game actually is. What kind of game is it? It's a turn-based strategy 4X. fantasy based. So there's magic, lots of magic. Is it anything like Master Magic? It is. They have a lot of similarities. A lot of differences too. The main difference is the way combat is handled. Master Magic, it's turn-based. You control each individual unit. They get their own little things to do. That's how that works. Here, combat is automated. You can script it a little bit with the tools that are built into the game. You can tell a unit to go, I want you to, hold and then attack, or hold and shoot, and then pick what their preferred targets are, that kind of stuff. You can tell your casters to sit back and just cast spells, stay behind your troops, blah, 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 or, cast specific spells at the beginning, turn by turn, if you want to go that way. Again, so it's scripted. You don't have direct control over your characters, or over your units, like you do in Master Magic. But that's a significant difference between the two. But otherwise, they're pretty much very similar, for the most part. So anyway, so what do we want to do? We're going to do 1 human and 5 random AIs. Works for me. Disciple game, this is just like another version. I was reading the manual about it, and it's like, it's too complicated to start. So we'll just start with the regular game. So here. Oh, sorry. This is so you can pick your god. Cancel. I screwed up. I screwed up and I didn't pick my people. Yeah, I didn't pick a nation, so I screwed up. Yes. Okay. I'll probably use those. Cancel. Oh, sorry. Okay, there. I forgot. You gotta click on your nation, otherwise you're doing random. Sorry. So, these are all the different nations you can pick from. You can, of course, do the random one, do it easy, or you can just go through the different types. So let's say, what's an easy name? Pangea, Age of Bronze. So you can click on it, as I don't want to do that, but right-click. So Pangea is a worldwide nation. So all these nations have this nice little description. A lot of these are based in real-world mythology type stuff. You'll see a lot of familiar ones. Any type of kind of units you start with, bonuses, that kind of stuff, penalties maybe. Commanders, these are basically the leaders of your armies, and they have different characteristics. Pani are large beings with ram's heads and blah, blah, blah. All their different stats that they get. Guessing this is their upkeep, I think. I guess. And what age they are. Yes, things do age. This is stuff they bring into it, right? Researchability. Researchability is important. No, a surprise? Okay, a surprise. Okay. Because that would be a lot of upkeep. So your leadership is how many units they can basically lead type deal. Morale. Morale is important for your troops, of course. Magic leader. So the leadership values indicates the maximum number of troops that a commander can lead. Undead or magical beings do not count toward the normal leadership value and can be commanded in addition to normal units. Only undead commanders and commanders with the skill in death or blood magic can command undead units. So that kind of stuff. Undead leadership stuff. Anyway, different abilities that he has. He's a monster summoner. He's a beastmaster. He's a beastmaster. He also increased morale when commanded by this beastmaster. Supply bonus. Recuperation, so healing, I'm guessing. For survival. Stealthy. Poison resistant. Animal awe. Research ability. Clicking on it doesn't tell you anything. It's okay. Random magic skill. So possible paths. So is that stone or earth, nature, and blood? So it could chance of picking that stuff up. Nature magic level 3 and earth magic level 2. So anyway, that's what a pan leader would get you. These are the base units. Oh, you get a harpy. Harpies can fly. They're stealthy for survival, recuperation. So what's recuperation specifically? Heals affliction over time. Recuperation loses effect once their unit gets old. So it's just recovering. Yes, not, well, I clicked on that one thing and it didn't tell me anything, but others, yeah, they actually tell you stuff. So got to give the devs credit here. They actually went through and put all this stuff in. Very, very helpful. So helpful. Obviously, I'm not going to read everything. So, but yeah, this stuff is very helpful. So yeah, click on the gold and there's no result though. Hit points. Size. So some things aren't clickable, but most of them are. Morale is of course important, so that's a harpy. Tell you what weapons it has, 2 talons. Weapon length, so 0 is going to be hand to hand. Attack value, damage, stuff. Upkeep is in morale. A dryad. I'm not taking this faction, I'm just looking at stuff, just show everything. Just show people stuff. Seduction. Oh, seduction. What do you do with seduction? You can seduce enemy commanders and then sneak them away to a friendly province. This seduction is a stealthy action that can only be used against members of the opposite sex. Seduction must take place in a province bordering to friendly territory unless the seducer is able to fly away with the victim. That's different, I think. Let's research. So, oh, morale. Represents courage and valor of the unit. Every time something demoralizing happens, stuff. A normal human soldier has a morale value of 10. And a trade unit has a value of 8. And it goes up. Have not. Commanders, blah, blah, blah. So, every time something is morale is checked, demoralizing events are getting wounded. If someone is saying, at the beginning of the battle turn, all squads with enough failed morale check must make a route check based on. Okay, so it's for driving them away. Since failed, there is assassination attempt. So anyway, stuff. So basics, questions. So the real question is, what do I want to do? Well, to be historically accurate with me, we usually do the undead route because it's more fun that way. Now, do we have? There are, I think, a couple of these factions are undead based. I was looking at it earlier. These aren't always the same, are they? Yeah, these are different because I was goofing around earlier and I was looking at the early age stuff and the list of gods is different. Ermor, yeah, I know they're the undead ones. I've played them before. Not in this game, but in previous ones. Why isn't it alphabetized? There we go. So the Ashen Empire. It was a human empire that was corrupted and fell into darkness. Now Ermor is the land of the dead. Skeletal legions march from the Ashen Empire to conquer the land of the living. There's a lot of new stuff here. But the Ashen Empire, the stuff to read. Race undead, do not need supplies, can enter water, are unbreakable, and can walk day and night. Do not recruit regular armies, but summons or reanimates undead. Undead legionnaires, wailing ladies, unholy knights, and hordes of the newly dead. Death, some fire, astral, and elements. Priests are powerful. All priests can reanimate the dead. Dominion reanimates the dead. Kills population. Senses corpses. Scales and blesses. Death limit +2. Misfortune limit +1. Building. Standard fortune. This means stuff. We'll look at that here in a second. Sites. The Unholy Sepulchre. Produces 9 death gems per turn. I think we want that. Just saying. Pretty sure we want that. So now it's not... Oh, we don't actually get to see the units. Pyrene is new. So, Pyrene. Time of the Alcar. So, Feudal Mountain Kingdom, befouled by dark magic and blood sacrifices. The last of their giant allies have died and been replaced by the black goats. Dark beings reminiscent of the demonics of Pangea. I can speak. And to right click. Humans of caveman descent with dark vision and elemental resistance. Human infantry, crossbows and knights, sacred Mouflon knights. Magic is blood, nature, air, and some earth and fire. Can perform blood sacrifices. Ermor element +1, standard forts. So here's their actual units here. We didn't see these with the undead for whatever reason. Probably because you can't recruit them, right? So that would be these guys. Do you want to do these guys? Not really. Maybe a different one. We're going to stick again to the dead thing. That. See, for some reason, it's okay. We'll be fine. So, our magic. Oh, sorry. First we have to pick our form. The god of Ermor. And again, the gods that are available. Well, these aren't really necessarily gods. These are your what are they called? Ascendants? Basically, the dominions means how tough they really are, or how far up the level they are, right? Pretenders, yeah, pretenders. You can see a bunch of different gods to choose from. Mother of Monsters, Great Archon. Got some dragons in there. Vukrul's favorite, the Dracolich. The Ferryman. Master Lich. Ghost King. It's a little applicable stuff. Could go higher up the route here, but they just... Yeah, I guess it depends on who you want to go with. Titan of the Underworld. Titan of Death and Rebirth. So just bigger gods. So the Dracolich is a dragon that was once highly skilled in death magic. When it died, its power over death saved it from becoming permanently dead. Ever since, it has managed to stay alive in a state of undeath. The shape of the Dracolich is not suited for spellcasting, and they have their skills reduced when casting spells from paths from other than death. Therefore, it tends to adopt the shape of a human which in battle. New magic paths cost 80 points. But the dragon itself has spirit sight, which makes it possible to see into the spirit realm and see the true essence of beings. Units with spirit sight get no penalties from darkness and can see invisible units. Excuse me. Snow moving. Can fly. Shape changer. Need not eat. Inanimate undead. My voice. See if that helps. Nope. Anyway. Invulnerable. Piercing. Poor amphibian. Research ability 11. So Dracolich might be a thing. As far as the Master Lich goes. Master Lich is the dried husk of an archmage, and adept in death magic. Through dark rituals, the mage succeeded in mastering one of the mankind's oldest, most urgent goals, to defeat death by removing his viscera and hiding outside his body. The Lich is virtually impossible to slay. Should the body be physically destroyed, a new one is formed from the dust of dead humans. Being immortal, there is nothing left to acquire but godhood. Master Lich is magically stronger than the other Liches, and his magically empowered body is very hard to destroy. So, spirit sight, immortality, not eat, inanimate, undead, poison resistance, cold resistance, susceptible to fire, invulnerable, pierce resistant, poor amphibian, research ability 11, death magic level 3, and death scale limit +1, and dominion strength 2. Undead leader 250. That's what game they came with when they mean divided into types into types thugs like dragons, titans, animate object, or other simple mortals. Oh, the different dominion? Yeah. Different stuff. Look how old you are. 2,000 years old. I will go Lich. Do I want to do Lich, though? Because the Dracolich is good. It's 200 points reduced by 20 points for this nation. It's a 2-4. Oh, this is the cost? Is this the cost to be them? Or is that how many points I get to spend? So the Dracolich is cheaper than the Lich? Design points, yeah, it's 250. It alters how much you can spend on them. Okay. Okay, so magic. How much magic do we want? We want lots of death magic. Design points, negative 38. If we want to go level 10. So what do we get at level 10? Mostly it affects the blesses, right? At the start. Half dead. Semi-undead. They will not require anything to eat, and they are seldomly affected by diseases. This effect is always active and does not require... Need not eat, disease resistance plus 80. But aren't you really all the way dead? Oh, sorry, this is all sacred units will be in a semi-undead state. So this is your blessings of effect. So we want to do reanimators. Any living enemy killed by a blessed unit has a chance to rise as a soulless being and fight for its killer until the end of battle or until it is felled once more. Priest can also get the ability to command a limited number of undead beings. Reanimation chance 50%, plus 5 undead leadership. So this one. Till the end of battle or until it is felled once more. Does that mean it lives beyond battle if it doesn't die in battle? So it's going to be growing the army. Air encounter. This effect only applied when the pretender god has awakened and while he is alive. So no problem there. No. So they are only alive for combat. Reanimators are. Crumble after the battle. Okay. So, reforming flesh. Blessed unit enemies recover from damage at an extremely rate of regeneration. Yes. Undying. Blessed units will fight on even after they have been killed. Undying 2 hit points. Living units that have died will die for real after the combat, but undead units will survive the ordeal. Yes. Got 2 bless points left. Undead command. All sacred commanders will be able to lead more undead. Plus 50. Also works for commanders that would not normally be able to lead undead units. So yes. We have 1 point left. Don't really need 10 death, but I want 10 death. See, there's a difference. What I need and what I want are not the same thing. Half dead. It's 1 night, so... Since my dominion is terrible, we'll be fine. Stygian, so what's mending bones? Yes. 2 points left. Stygian flesh. Become resistant to non-magical damage. How many points is that? Too many. I don't have to use up all those, do I? Philosopher once said, tell me what you want. And you really... That's not a philosopher. Fine, we'll just live with these. Okay, and as far as Dominion goes, how bad can we make this? We can get that up to a 4. Oh, look, we got 2 points left over. You can pick Undead Command and Undying multiple times. It's a flaw. It's a philosopher crew called... Yeah, Aldurin. I was alive in the 90s. So you can pick those more than once? Well, you can. You have 1 point left. So bigger armies. That'll work. So, if you have been killed, Undying, I'm guessing that'll be Undying 4 hit points instead. And Undead Command, so that's just plus 100 to leadership. That's a lot of undead. Instead of died, will die for real after the combat, but any units will survive your ordeal. So, yeah. Okay, so you have 2 design points left. We can play around with stuff here to, you know, do stuff. So, like this is magic and drain for the Dominion. Can make it drain stuff, but we don't want to do that. We want more RP for spells and stuff if we can squeeze that out. May not be able to pull that off though. So income is reduced by 14, supplies. Oh, that's probably not good. Yeah, I think it'll live. Not the best, but it'll be fine. Unation description and units. So this is stuff still not showing our units. We'll see them in a second. Okay, so this we're going to go with Magic 10 dead because I can. Not that I should, I can. This stuff. Half dead. Let's go. Name of our god. Gimpy. Because he's a lich. All praise Gimpy the Dark Lord. So, world contents. Number of starting provinces, 1. Independence, 4. Or strength of independence is 4. Random events are rare. Story events are enabled. Story events adds a variety to the game by enabling event sequences that go on for a longer time. This setting disables the most powerful story events that might be unsuitable for a multiplayer game. All story events are available. Score graphs are disabled. You'll be able to see score graphs for all nations because we'd like to do that. Just get an idea what's going. Diplomacy. Finding Mrs. Gimpy needs to talk to me. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. So diplomacy is binding. Formal diplomacy is binding. Non-aggression pacts cannot be broken without proper warning in advance. Weak. Non-aggression pacts can be broken at will and without warning. Diplomacy is off. We'll do binding. Hall of Fame, mercenary slots, stuff. Limit unique artifact forging rate. With this limit enabled, each player can only forge 1 unique artifact per month. That's fine. Only research 1 level 9 spell each time. That's fine. Standard research, random start research. Sure. Renaming aloud. This is the most important option in the game because that way we can name our people or things after people in chat if we want. And that's it. So, finally. Okay, in the beginning there was chaos. Out of chaos rose worlds populated with multitudes of beings. Wars were fought, kings and emperors rose and fell, and civilizations were built and crumbled as millennia passed. Gods, dark and strange, were worshipped in pagan temples. Still there was chaos. The gods fought amongst themselves, bringing ever greater ruin to those who would serve them. At last there was one, a being of great power and enlightenment, who rose above his immortal peers and cast them out of the heavens into oblivion. From chaos came order, and with order came peace, and the creatures of the world flourished. The age of chaos had ended. Now the wheel has turned once again. The spring god has suddenly disappeared. Prayers are left unanswered, and the smoke of offerings rises in vain to the heavens. No one knows why he disappeared, but it is certain that the people of the worlds are once again left without direction, without guiding principle, without order. Now is the time for the beings of great power and ambition to try their strength. The throne of the heavens stands empty, and only the strongest can rise to supremacy over all. Only the most powerful can ascend to take the place of he who came before. This is a time of great strife and suffering. This is a time of magic unequaled. This is the Ascension Wars. And there we go. Because the world is wrappable. So it's an interesting way of doing it, but that's the way it is. So this is where we are. So, left-hand side, Worm Plague. Should I go and keep it? I thought I chose Lich. Didn't I choose Lich? Or did I do Dracolich? Maybe I changed it at the end. I changed it at the end, didn't I? Yeah, it's okay. My name is messed up. The Dark Lord, the Dracolich. So, anyway. It tends to adopt the shape of a human lich in battle. That's okay. So there's Gimpy. And then our two little leaders. We have Worm Plague, the Censor. Censors are judges in the old empire, and now they are revived by black magic to serve the empire once more. They are armored in rusty plate halberds and wield battle axes in the fashion of the lictor. Censors can only be revived with the use of strong magic. They are so closely connected with the netherworld that they are surrounded by a wind of numbing cold. Censors are corporeal and undead, with leathery, dried flesh that can withstand much damage. So chill 3. Surrounded by an unrest. Cold is most intense during snowy weather and in cold provinces. Undead, poison resistant, cold resistant, and sacred. That's one of our leaders. Worm Plague. The Checo, the Spectator. Leadership. Research ability, not great. Cold resistant. Spirit form. Cannot be affected by transformation type spells like Iron Skin, Skeletal Body, and Polymorph. They are also immune to both disease and affliction healing effects. Perform rituals, corrupt and destroy the Empire. These mages are now summoned by the dead to wage war against the living, and they are now known as Spectators, or Dusk Elders. The mages do not possess solid bodies, but their spirits are connected to the netherworld, and their powers of death magic are greater than ever before. The mere touch of these mages will drain the life of the target and replenish the power of the mage. They are ethereal and very difficult to harm without magic weapons. So, Fenny, of the two leaders we currently have, which one would you prefer? Fortification stuff. These are armies. So, stuff. So, battle orders, this is the script I was talking about. So, you can single round orders you can do, or just give them general stuff. In this case, advance and cast spells. Advance and cast spells. Of course, you could just attack being a dragon. Or I can do the rearmost, just fly over them and go kick the crap out of them, right? So that's... Oh, this is our Undead Legion, so that goes there. More they're undead. Let's see what those guys are in a second. There's the dragon. We'll put you on the right side. Now we'll put you on the left side. So this is our mage, I believe. That's the melee guy. Oh, the spirit one. Yeah, we'll see what it does. Okay, so as far as our troops go, we weren't able to preview these guys for whatever reason, but long dead Velite from Ermor. Their spears, javelins, and a round tower shield. The legionnaires risen from the ashes of Ermor. They are armed with rusty spears and tower shields, and wear armor of dried leather and rusty iron. Fearless and skilled in combat, they march upon the living to reclaim the dead empire. So spears and javelins. Spears and javelins. So we have 2 batches of them. Same troops. So I guess it doesn't really... It's 25 and 25. And their orders are... Attack. Closest enemy. Attack. Closest enemy. Now this is a spellcaster. He is right there. He's a spellcaster. Connect to another, and their powers of death magic are greater than ever before. He's got death magic 2. So where that gets him? Advance and cast spells. Whatever that does, I guess. Because we don't actually select targets. Will advance to be close to the front and cast spells. Is possible a few spells to be cast while advancing too. That's okay, I guess. And then Worm Plague, he's the melee one. Blah, yeah, he's no death magic, so... Good job. Attack. Closest enemy. So we just want to... Yeah, he's actually okay. Him there. Put him over here. That'll be fine, right? For now. Okay, so that's our army setup. Now, as far as recruitment goes, we have nothing to recruit. So we have that problem. Bid for mercenaries. It's kind of going to be minimum of 500 gold. I have a feeling we don't have 500 gold. No, we have 600. Province Chronicles. So Ermor is a wasteland. Not much grows here, but somehow there are still many large towns full of inhabitants. People here are in very poor health, and a diseased beggar that is not far from death is not an uncommon sight. So fine. That button, read messages, send messages, nation overview. So we need more troops. Score graphs, Hall of Fame. Research. Research. You have no research points per month. We have Conjuration up to level 1, so basically we have access to all these spells that are appropriate to death magic. So anything under level 10, which is... Oh no, sorry. Yeah, actually we have access to all these spells. So you don't have to go to 10. But, because it's only up to level 9, right? So what gets us, I'm thinking there's an advantage to going to 10, but who knows. Level 0. Look at all the stuff we can do. If we have the gems to do it at least. Revive a bishop, revive a spectator. Yeah, we have to research these. Spirit Curse, Black Servant. Black Servant is a creature made out of solid darkness that is stealthy and is often used to scout enemy provinces. So this is research, though. So, Conjuration. So our Conjuration is already at level 1. So the question is do we want to go to level 2? Revive a Wailing Lady, Summon Shades. I'm guessing this is what we want to do. So we'll just queue that up. So Conjuration level 2. Thaumaturgy. So many choices. Oh, there's so many choices. So this one, Dust of Dust, Decay, Frighten. That's at level 1, which we already have. Level 2. Nothing at level 2 for us. Nothing for 3. We don't see anything till level 4, Terror. Control the Dead, Legion Darkness. What's that do? Deadly Cloud of Darkness will form upon the battlefield. Anyone standing in the cloud will be wounded and permanently weakened. The cloud will remain on the battlefield for some time before dissolving. Precision fatigue cost. Creature lingering cloud. Cannot be cast underwater. Does that affect undead? Yeah, you love Conjuration. Of course you do. Alteration. Hand of Dust. Well, we would have it at level 1. Skeletal Body and Hand of Death. Skeletal Body becomes impossibly thin and skeletal. Piercing weapons hitting the caster will cause less damage. Hand of Death. Left hand of the caster becomes deadly and destroys anything it touches. The power of the hand is strong enough to kill giants. That's a good one. Weakness. Nothing at 3. 4. Stygian Skin. Arouse Hunger. Feeble and Vulnerability. Drain Life. So, lots of good choices. Evocation. So, Death here. Nothing. Nothing. We don't see Evocation until level 3. Shadow Bolt. Bane Fire Dart. Bolt of Unlife. Shadow Blast. So Evocation is really not... I mean, it can be our thing, but looks like Summoning is our main thing. Construction. Construction. Oh, Death. Poison Golem. Oh, there's level stuff. Sorry. Corpseman Construction. Oh, sorry. That requires air magic, so we can't do those. Yeah, we can't do any of the construction stuff. Unless we kill more magic, but anyway. Enchantment, we looked at these. Enchantment is good. Animate, Reanimation. This is what we do. Enchants 10 well-prepared corpses and gives them false life. Skeletons are undead and will fall apart if left on the battlefield without undead leadership. Summons the long dead. So enchantment's a thing. Look at that one. Blood magic, we're not going to be doing blood magic because we don't have any blood magic. So Conjuration level 2. What do we get at 3? More stuff. So yeah, I think we're going Conjuration. But enchantment was a thing too for us. Yeah, we can do enchantment too. So throw that in there. Okay, so that's our queue. But we have no research speed. So, yeah. Okay, so I think we're done with our first turn. We don't know what's in the surrounding areas yet. So we'll just process this turn and see what happens. So end the turn. The button is Research Global. End the turn. You can either click the button or hit E. Hey, Skybird, welcome back. Happy Thursday. Go to province. Though always at the shoulder, Lord of Decay has... Always at the shoulder, Lord of Decay has since location 6 previously undiscovered thrones. Proclamation from Vanaris. Blah blah blah. Shall hereby be known as the prophet of Humla, gatherer of the dead, foremost of the Westerners. Oh, we got competition. We have competition. Okay, now did our army happen to grow? Can't recruit. No, it's the same amount. Oh, here we go at the top. So that's all the stuff we did not have last level. So we picked up a knight. It's got a skeletal horse. So Knight of the Unholy and Horrible, the skeletal knights of the Unholy Sepulchre serve the bishops of Eldergate. And death as they once did in life, they are armored in rusty plate hauberks and mounted upon skeletal horses and corroded barding. Hold a knight, blah blah blah, like most undead, it will not rout. So, have a lance, broadsword, armor, size, hit points, magic resistance, morale, combat speed. They're sacred. They're extremely devoted to the god cause. They are blessed and only require half the usual cost to maintain. Poor amphibian, pierce resistant, cold resistant, undead, inanimate, need not eat, mindless, never heals, spirit sight, and disease resistant. So this never heals thing, we take care of that, right? So they want to be led by oh, there we go. Okay. New game mechanic I have to learn. So we're giving Gimpy the cavalry because their orders are going to be attack the rearmost enemies. These guys will be out there with Gimpy. They'll lead the way. They'll be the flankers, right? Because that's what cavalry's supposed to do. Okay, what else we got? Long dead fires from Ermor. They've got long spears. You know, rise from the ashen fields. They are undead armor for speeds, and so there. Want to select the whole of one type of units. Double click them. Okay, thank you, Grim. Spear and javelins. Same as these guys. Spears and javelins. That's 7. Good enough. Spears and javelins. Tower shield. Oh, these are velites. Skybird. It's been so cold today that your puns froze on exiting your mouth. It's the first time that my jokes have left me cold. Ah, poor Skybird. Principe. So you have short sword and javelins. Spears and javelins. Spears and javelins. So this is just giving us opportunity to form some different stuff here. Need more. It's -2 and it's not even 1 a.m. Anyway. Oh, that's right. We have to move these guys around, don't we? So you guys, you go there. So short sword and javelin. Spear and javelin. A lot of javelins. Squad will hold their position for 2 turns before advancing. Archers will fire instead of holding if the target is in range. If you look at with Worm Plague, he has 5 of 1 squad, so your units have morale. Oh, is that what the morale penalty is coming from? Okay. Because he's commanding too much. You got leadership. Squad morale bonus, -1 for up to 1 squad. So he can only lead 1? So we need more leadership. But we can't recruit more leaders. Well, that's a problem, isn't it? He has +2 for up to 2 squads, so he can lead more. Gimpy can lead some of these guys at least.
Hello Gimpy, it is time to take a break. Go check on the dogs. Your next break is in 1 hour.
So this is a -1, so he could take one of these. They'll have to be okay with this, I guess. Of course, now we've done that. Aren't dead even affected by morale? I don't know. Welcome to the stream, Commander Honk. I don't even know if they're affected by morale. Let's say. Undead. You require supplies, and they are not affected by disease or old age. They can be only commanded by undead commanders or mages skilled in death or blood magic. Are immune to affliction of healing spells. So that's doesn't answer the question. Mindless. So who knows? Hey, Desperator, welcome back. Last version we played was 4, maybe. Same here. Skip 5. Would Minotaurs be affected by morale? No, but Tauren aren't. These don't have orders, so these are the spear and javelins. So hold and attack. Guess we should have everybody with javelins hold and attack. Let everybody get closer to them. We can attack the rear. These guys hold and attack closest enemy. You guys are going to die. 50 morale means they're pretty much unaffected by it? Is that what that means? Oh. Guys that are undead, their morale is so high. So who cares if -1? It's not a big deal. Want more leaders? You want to summon undead bishops and others. Can I summon them already, though? How do you cast spells? Tenders of the world. Let's research. Global enchantments. That's not helping me. Magic item overview. Click where it says defend on Gimpy and it should give you the option. Oh. Well then, that opens up a whole lot of stuff. Thank you.
You are welcome. Now, please stop talking to me. It is kind of creepy.
It is creepy. Okay, we'll go through this when I get back from my break, because it looks like we're going to have to make some choices. So when I get back from my break, we'll do this, and thank you for the help there, Grim. And of course, thank you everybody for watching. I need to get up, stretch my legs, get some water, talk to Mrs. Gimpy, see what the dogs are up to. I'll be back in a few minutes. Thank you all very much for watching. Enjoy the dog video.